right, y'all. Let's get this going. You see, the truth hurts when you tell it. You better believe that. But it also heals as well. The more it hurts, the more it heals. And I'm coming to y'all with this video. This video is definitely directed towards my fellow men because these luciferians are trying to put us in a state of despair. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get us to commit suicide, and they're trying to put us in despair with this true forced loneliness movement that they got going, this whole black pill movement going. And it's the thing about this is with the whole MGTOW, the red pill, the blue pill, they got all these different colored pills and all these different false demonic philosophies. Well, the thing is that they're using this to separate men and women. They're causing these fake gender wars, and they have their agents on this 24/7. It's not a joke. This is real. And I'm about to prove to y'all that these individuals are agents, and they're pushing this despair. They're pushing these suicidal thoughts, and they want men to be in a complete vulnerable state, man. You see, a lot of women believe that this gender war is because we are being rebellious against each other, but that's not the case, even though that's the impact that it has. The fact is that these Luciferians are pushing this on us. These Luciferians are giving us these thoughts, putting us in this lower consciousness of thinking, and it's really real. So without further ado, let's start off with this video right here. These are these Luciferian characters that get large amount of views. Large amount of views. Y'all already know the deal when it comes to these YouTubers getting large amount of views. These people are not getting viewed because they're interesting. These people are getting viewed because they're being pushed in the algorithm. Plain and simple. Now let's start it off with this video right here. Let's go.
A reality that can be very...
Okay, before we begin, this character right here is one of the so-called black pill true force loneliness individuals. Listen to what he says.
What's up with it, YouTube? This is Barack McCray, and what I want to discuss is the topic of true force loneliness.
Now, before we begin, you see the brick wall in the background? It never fails. See the brick wall? They always have the brick wall in the background. Well, not always, but the majority of the time, I would say. That pyramid, Luciferian brick wall. That's completely Masonic, okay? These individuals, they try to come off like they're organic people like me and you. They try to come off like they're common folk like me and you. Everything that we talk about, everything that we put out there as truth, our ideas and our perception, they try to mimic that. And they mimic that that type of when they mimic these things, they try to give you a demonic perception when it comes to it all. That's what they do. So they take our ideas, they take our thoughts, and they switch them to their narrative. They switch them to their agendas. Look at the brick wall, man. Let's continue.
What I want to say about true force loneliness is that it's a reality that can be very detrimental to your self-esteem if you don't change how you perceive it. I have been a lonely man for literally all my life. I started experiencing true force loneliness when I was 14 and 15 years old. When girls started calling me ugly, started screaming at me, calling me weirdo, creepy, and all types of things. But what's challenging about it is I am not those things, but A lot of females that I've, known that when I was growing up back in middle school is they tend to go by the dude they see on TV. They want the guy they see on TV. It's like females don't think with their own brain, with their own noggin up here. They don't think with their own noggin. They want somebody everybody wants. True force loneliness has really ruined my life. I mean, it hasn't ruined my life. I mean, I learned right now, since I'm almost 27, that females aren't the most important thing I need to be worried about. What I need to be worried about is my money. I need to make money. I need to be self-sufficient, self-independent, and self-reliant. I'm going to start taking my focus off of women. I'm going to just focus on me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do things that's going to make me happy. I realize that when you happy with life, it just seems to be less stressful. Like, I've lost nights of sleep trying to worry about these females and what they think about me, why they don't want me and stuff. I am tired because I've been dealing with this situation for almost 11 years. It got really painful when I was.
I want to say this. Does this individual seem like he's a straight man? Does he seem like he's heterosexual and masculine? Does it really seem like this individual is actually worried about trying to be with women? I don't think so. Let's continue.
15 years old when I got rejected really bad when I bought this girl a card and I put $5 in it, and right in front of my face, she took the money out the card and she threw the card at my face and said, "You ugly." And I remember that. Really painful rejection. Rejection is really painful. Rejection isn't something that most people can tolerate, but it happens to everybody. So most people learn how to develop a tolerance towards rejection. And I feel that I should even be thinking about females if I can't handle rejection. That's a part of the game.
You see, this is what they do. They double talk. Once again, they constantly talk about how in this black pill community or the red pill community, this MGTOW altogether, they constantly tell you that you need to stop worrying about women, this and that. But if you're constantly talking about women, then that's where your mind is going to be. If you're constantly talking about sex and women, that's where your mind's going to be. You see, that's the reverse effect of it all. That's the reverse psychology of it. You see, these luciferians, they practice psychology to a high degree. And it's witchcraft, how they practice it. It's in the form of witchcraft. This is why it's demonic. If you want to get your mind off of something, if you're moving on from something, then you wouldn't indulge into it whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to say that Rome was built overnight. No, I'm not going to say that it's an easy task. But the times that we're living in, of how this system has corrupted the minds of everyone, it's not just women, but men as well. The thing is, it's going to be very hard for you to find a relationship. Regardless of what kind of relationship it is, it can be with it can be a relationship as far as boyfriend and girlfriend, or it can just be a relationship with your kids or with your mom or dad or whoever it is. These relationships are going to be hard to keep. They're going to be hard to form, because for the simple fact of how this system has corrupted the minds of most individuals. See, that's the part that they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you that women and men have been conditioned to be in this state. And what's so crazy about it all is the fact that it's going to be extremely hard to find a significant other in this world that we live in. The reason why we go through all of these different things throughout life, dealing with relationships, is because of how these Luciferians have trained our minds. They have normalized wickedness. They have normalized insanity. This is why people deal with so many mental health issues. It's because of what they're consuming. It's because of what they're being exposed to. Let's continue.
you don't like rejection, if you can't handle it, if you got to drink and take lots of pills like I used to do and stuff, then maybe you shouldn't ask out women. Right, like right now in my life, I'm done talking to women. I know that women ain't gonna make me happy. I know this what's gonna make me happy is when I start doing accomplishments, doing things that's gonna bring me up, not things gonna bring me down. You know, I had a whole bunch of fake friends also growing up in my early.
You see, they create this problem. They create this problem, and now they want for men to separate from women. You see, we need to be the guidance for women. We need to step up and be the leaders for women. But instead, they want us to separate them. You see, they created this problem. They created women to be monsters. They created women to be totally against us, especially us our black women. They created this. They made this the way that it is. And now they're trying to get you to separate even more. Now that you're in the problem, they're going to present it to you, talk about it, show you what it is by trying to relate to you. You know, they're trying to relate to you because they know that they already created the system to be like this. They know that they corrupted the minds of the masses. So now that they have us in that state, they're going to push us even further. That's what this agenda is all about. Let's continue.
20s, all of them cut me out, but they claimed that I cut them off. But in a way, I did have to cut them off because these friends, they weren't doing nothing to benefit my well-being. There was always a one-way street with these so-called friends. So true forced loneliness is real. It's not a myth. It does happen to people. People do get labeled.
Yeah, it happens to people because of what this system has created, because of what you luciferians have created. But you're not going to say that. No, you're not going to say that. Let's go.
Do get stigmatized and treated as oddballs. And once you've been branded, you've been branded. And the best way to unbrand yourself is to move to a different location. I believe location is the biggest way that you may meet somebody if they don't know you. Like where I'm at, that's the reason why I had to close down all my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, because I done set up a bad rep on myself for the things that I have said about myself on these things. And if people don't know you, the only way you can truly be yourself is if you are generally accepted to begin with. If you already socially accepted, then you can act how you want to act. You can be creepy, a pervert, because I've seen guys who approached random women they didn't know and touched their breast because these females found them to be physically attractive, but they didn't know the dude. The dude came up to them and touched their boob. And I'm like, how in the hell can this dude touch this girl's boob when he don't even know her? But guess what? This is what she did.
You see, often they'll tell you things that don't even match up with our reality. They're trying to create this reality for you. This transhumanism. See, this is what transhumanism represents when they program your mind to think how they want you to think. They've created this world to be corrupted. Yes, indeed. But a lot of these things that they talk about is not even a reality. I've seen all different types of guys get with all types of different women. And you know, one of the things they don't talk about in this MGTOW black pill community, they don't talk about the women that go through this so-called true forced loneliness. Do you know how many women that are considered to be non-unattractive, not that easy on the eye? You know, they go through the same thing because of how they corrupted this system. Well, not corrupted, but how they built this system, of how they corrupted the minds of the masses. You see, you know why you don't have the women talking about this true forced loneliness? You know why you don't have the women talking about the black pill situation? It's because this attack is on men. They're trying to make men vulnerable because we're the strongholds. They know that we're the leaders. They know the design that the Most High created. You see, this is all spiritual. They're trying to corrupt the design of what men and women was supposed to be. They're trying to corrupt that. So this attack is directly on men. It may seem like uh it may seem like that it goes both ways, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Even though they make it out to be that way, the target is men because we're the strongholds. When these Luciferians come to round us up, when they come with their agendas and their different new world orders, because there's been more than one new world order. That's what we got to understand. There's been many of them. When they commence these type of things, the men are going to be the issue. They understand that. This is why they're trying to defeminize. I mean, this is why they're trying to feminize men, demasculate them. They're trying to make us weak so we'll be easy targets in the midst of war. That's the situation. Because they fear us. They fear the common folk men. Because they know if we rise up and take a stand, then their system will be torn down. So they're trying to make us weak as possible by keeping us in a low vibrational state of mind, by keeping our minds on chasing women and having sex and these type of things. And then they put the women in the stage of where they feel like they're over us. They become extremely rebellious. So now men feel like they have to go their own way. They have to separate themselves. So voila, the plan worked. And they're trying to put the icing on the cake with all these different demonic philosophies like black pill and red pill. Let's continue.
Right here. She turned around and looked at him. She looked at him. She found him to be really physically attractive, so he got a pass for feeling on her butt or her stomach or her breast. Because guess what? She looked at him 5 seconds and knew that he was a good-looking brother. He was a desirable. When you are undesirable, you gonna get your ass kicked, or you gonna be dead, or you gonna be in jail, or you gonna pay for that shit, because you can't just touch females that don't know you if they don't find you physically attractive. So, and plus, when a woman finds you physically attractive, I personally believe she will be very flirtatious with you. She'll try to get next to you. She'll bump into you and stuff. You will know when a girl really likes you.
You have so many different types of women out here. So many different types of women out here with different personalities, different body types. So many different people out here that were raised in a certain way, different from others. These false standards that this individual keeps talking about is something that they're trying to instill into your mind. It's not reality. It's not reality. It's a false reality that they have created. Let's continue on with this. It gets worse. Let's continue.
And I know a lot of people who get bitches have no problem getting bitches. Guys who get bitches just with a fucking snap of a finger, they will never understand what it's like. And I kind of do understand why y'all don't understand, because y'all never been through our shoes. But I'm telling you right now, true force loneliness is fucking real out here. It does not fucking matter how much confidence you got, how much pride you got in you, how much dignity you got. As long you don't got the looks, the fucking money, status, job, you're not getting any hoes, man. If you ain't got the fucking looks, the fucking money, the fucking car, you're not getting any hoes, you know what I mean? That's the hardcore truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing in this video, I've been single for I don't know how many years. I've been single for 4 fucking years, man. I haven't been on a date since I was 18 years old. 18. I'm 21 right now, and I'm about to turn 22 this year in May. And I still got nobody, you know what I mean? 4 fucking years. And you can't tell me that TFL is not real? mean, come on, guys. Use your fucking heads. It's fucking real. You know, you could be confident all fucking day. You could be confident 24/7. But when you approach a bitch, it does not mean a woman's gonna like you for.
First off, this individual has the black and white on, the black hat and the white shirt for duality. And then you can see him throwing out the goat right here. Let's continue. You see this?
All fucking day. You could be confident 24/7. But when you approach.
You see that? You see, to my fellow men, y'all cannot trust these individuals, man. And this individual right here has thousands and thousands of views, multiple different channels. Why are you being pushed in the algorithm? Talking about how you're lonely because you can't get a woman. You see, they're trying to put you in despair. Once again, they're trying to put you in despair because they want you to feel weak as a man. They're trying to psychologically castrate you because they know that this war is coming. They know that this great awakening is coming. That it's coming. Sorry, excuse me. They know that this great awakening is coming. They know the rise of the awareness is at an all-time high, and it's only going to get worse and worse for them. So they keep using all these different methods and tactics to take down men, this attack on men. And one of the biggest methods is making women believe that they're over us. Independent woman, don't need a man. You see the separation that they're causing? This is not the order that the Most High wanted. This is not the structure that the Most High wanted. And these people are against the Most High. So they do everything on the opposition once again. We cannot stress this enough. We cannot stress this enough, man. Let's continue.
Bitch, it does not mean a woman's gonna like you for who you are. You could have confidence, but till she finds out you ain't got if you ain't got a lot of money, if you ain't got a fucking car, none of that shit, she's gonna fucking reject you. You know? And why can't people understand this shit?
No. Why can't you understand that our salvation is the most important thing in the times that we're living in? This world has been too corrupted. This world is filled with wickedness. You know, as an Israelite and as a person that's in the truth with the Most High, that knows the scriptures and understands the scriptures, you shouldn't want to seek anything in this life that we're living. We're just passing through. We're trying to make it to the kingdom. Our salvation is the most important thing. Making it to the kingdom is the most important thing. What happens in this life really means nothing besides you following the Most High and coming back to the laws. Coming back to the laws, statutes, and the commandments. See, they'll never talk about that. They'll never talk about the Most High. They'll never bring out any scriptures, anything. Because they don't want you to know that the most important thing right now in the life that we're living is trying to make it to the kingdom. Our salvation is the most important thing. The Most High is the most important thing. We're just passing through this dimension. There's more to come. And you want to be, these people want to put you in despair. They want you to feel like it's completely hopeless, like life is not worth living, all just because you can't get validation from a woman? You are the head. You are the king. You are the man. Validation from anyone shouldn't matter. See, this is a carnal way of thinking. This is not spiritual. This is a lower consciousness of thinking right here. When us as men are so much more greater than this to allow something like validation from a woman to break you down. They want to put you in a pathetic state of mind, man. They want you to feel like your entire existence is just completely pathetic. When you're supposed to, they talk about how having happiness is chasing the woman and having a family. No, having happiness and having happiness and it's the validation of the Most High. You should be seeking for validation from the Most High, because there's a life after this. They tell you that death is when you die, it's just over with. No, energy passes on. It continues on. Your soul and your spirit continues on. This is why people have to study the scriptures. See, they don't want you to study the scriptures and understand what this life is really about and what we're really supposed to be doing, our true purpose. They want you to have your mind focus on women, cars, and clothes, and money. You see, this is the reason why Bill Gates was always talking about depopulation and saying that we need population control and the world is overpopulated, because they're afraid of men rising up. The women too as well, but the men are the strongholds. Y'all have to understand that. We pose a bigger threat. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. We pose a bigger threat to them because we're the men. Men are more physically stronger. So when it comes time for them to try to round us up, we are the ones that are going to cause the issues. We are going to be the resistance. You see, however people want to look at this, man, when it comes down to men and women, they know that men pose a threat when we rise up, when we come together. Because when we rise up, we are going to bring everyone together, the women and the children. Because we're natural born leaders. That's the order that the Most High set. And they're trying to corrupt that in every way. Let's continue.
Well, I take it back. I understand why other people can understand this shit, because they never been through my shoes yet. Well, they ain't never be in my shoes because I'm a TFLer and I get rejected left and right, you know what I mean? I'm the biggest reject pound for pound, you know? Real talk. It's a shame.
Let's be honest. Do you really think this light-skinned dude is getting rejected by females like that? With all the different type of women you have out there, there's multiple women that would take this dude. These are lies. This is a false perception is what this is. I seen guys that look worse than this dude get plenty of girls with no problem. Because it's not all based on your looks. They've tried to make it that way. They did, yes. It's not all based on your looks. It can be at times. But with the different type of women that you have out here, a lot of these women will take what they can get. A lot of these women out here are desperate just as well. You know, there's no bias when it comes to this, man. Men and women, when it comes to relationships, we all go through the same things. We all go through the same things. You know why? Because we're all slaves inside of this system, man. That's the bigger picture. They literally try to keep you in this carnal state of mind, man, because they don't want you to know who the true enemy is. They don't want you to know who's placing these type of ideas upon us, man. So all of my men, don't fall for this, man. Rise up. Let's wake up and let's fight this beast system, man, and stop listening to this true force loneliness, black pill, demonic philosophy. They're trying to make you weak and vulnerable. We are much greater than this, and so are the women. Let's continue.
And you know, you can't make a woman like you, you know. But people need to understand that TFL is real. Not every single man in this fucking planet is going to have anybody in their lives. Okay? And I could prove that basically there's more women than men in this fucking planet. Unless that, you know, there's a handful of lesbians trying to get at other chicks, you know? But there's more women than men in this fucking planet. Not every man is going to have anybody in their lives, and that's a fucking shame. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them type of dudes. You know, this
is a straight up actor right here, man. An actor. This is an actor trying to get you to believe that if you can't get validation from a woman, then life is not worth living anymore. You see that? They created this problem and then they come up with these false solutions. The solution is to separate. In such a way, you have to separate. And it's not just the women that you have to separate from. You have to separate from the wicked. That's who we have to separate from. We have to separate from the individuals that choose not to be woke, that choose to follow this system. This ain't got nothing to do with gender, but they're trying to make it out to be. That's what they're doing. Let's continue.
This is just the life I'm living right now, you know? And it sucks. But every single time that I say I'm a TFL, people don't take me seriously. They just laugh at me, thinking that I'm playing. I'm not fucking playing. I am a TFL, you know? I done had a chick since I was 18 years old, you know? And that chick that I was with, she played me. She used me to get somebody else jealous. But you gonna say TFL is not real? It's fucking real, man. It's fucking real talk.
Now, you see, they want you to be mad at the fact that you can't get validation from these harlots. First off, why would you want any kind of confirmation from harlots? Why would you want that? Do you know the Most High used to put harlots to death for being harlots, man? For being hoes. These type of women used to get put to death, man. And these are the women that these individuals want you to chase. I mean, there's only going to be one kind of outcome when you deal with these type of women. It's the same thing with the men as well. The wicked is the wicked, period. That's who we need to separate from, is the wicked. But we're supposed to be setting an example, leading by example. We're supposed to be offering guidance. See, this is why they don't want us to truly wake up, because they don't want the men to be the leaders, man. They want individuals like this to mislead you. And most of the people that watch these type of videos, they're going to think that they're less than nothing because they're not getting validation from harlots. The type of women that got put to death when they showed these type of behaviors. And they also want the women to chase unholy men, men that are wicked, men that don't have any substance to them whatsoever, that don't have any favor of the Most High whatsoever. They want the women to chase those kind of individuals. I told y'all about the thug persona, why women chase thugs and gangsters so much, because they're the closest thing to masculinity. They have tricked women into believing that this is something that's masculine when these thugs are really feminine. They're beta males. They have no self-control over themselves. But they're the ones that's getting all the women because they have the system. These luciferians have taught women that that's the thing to do. Being hyper masculine, always walking around with your chest poked out, trying to be tough. Women think that those are the kind of men that they should have. When these guys are completely unholy and they're wicked, man. When you put the harlot and the thug together, that's a recipe for disaster, for destruction. And that's what you're seeing most of that's what you're seeing majority of the time throughout this world that we live in. That's mostly what you see. these wicked individuals getting together. And then you have the woke ones like us just stuck in the middle. See, we have to separate from these individuals because most people are going to take this bait, man. That's what we have to understand, that we have to understand the system that we're living in. We're going to have to separate from the wicked, man. Because if you have love of the world, you don't have the love of the Father. As the scriptures say. Let's continue.
And, you know, I'm pretty sure guys who have a hard time getting bitches could relate to what I'm about to say. But do you hate when sometimes when you're out in public, you see couples all happy and shit with their little family and kid or kids, and then you be thinking to yourself, damn, man, when is this gonna happen to me? I know this shit.
And you see that? First off, money, kids, clothes, women, whatever it is, you can't take them with you when you die. Now, I'm not saying that don't start a family. I'm not saying not to be fruitful. I'm not saying to get with a righteous. I'm saying if you want to get with a woman or a man, make sure that they're righteous. Make sure that they're on the same page as you, following the same path as you. Otherwise, they're going to take you off of it. They're going to deprive you from it. But that's slim to impossible in this world that we live in now. That's why ultimately you have to focus on your salvation at the end of the day. You have to focus on the Most High. You see, a lot of these individuals always talking about how they become envious of other people that have stable relationships. First off, you don't even just because you see people in public, that doesn't mean that these people have stable relationships. It can be all kinds of corrupted things going on amongst them. You better watch that movie, American Beauty. How everything looks pretty and wonderful on the outside, but on the inside, it's terrible. That's one thing, though. But these individuals constantly bring this topic up. Well, they want you to be envious of other people's happiness. They want you to be envious of other people's success. When that's something that means absolutely nothing to oneself. Especially when you are supposed to be only focused on your salvation, trying to make it to the kingdom, man. These things don't even matter. You see, this dimension that we're living in, we're just passing through. The Most High has bigger plans for us. But they want you to be focused on all of these carnal things, all these low vibrational things to keep you in sin, to keep you with a wicked state of mind, to take down your mental health. This is where they want you. And they're using their puppets once again to do it. And this is why I have to expose them. Let's go.
It ain't never gonna happen to me. Real talk, you know, because I'm living true forced loneliness. And it's crazy out here, you know. And it seems like, you know, it seems like I'm the only one around here that's suffering from this shit. I'm not talking about the dudes from YouTube. I'm talking about people outside of YouTube, you know, people I talk to, you know.
Let's move on to the next, shall we?
Who don't
Let's go. These are all these individuals that are pushing this agenda. Listen to this.
know about this? I'm gonna tell you now. True Force.
Just a second. All right, let's go.
What's up, YouTube? Kevin Miles back again with another video. Know it's been a while. So I wanted to
Yeah, oh, and before we continue, and mind you that these individuals, they get thousands and thousands of views. Look at the views that these individuals get. Look at how many videos they put up. Who will get online and just express themselves in this fashion? Most people are not even honest and have a hard time telling the truth. But yet you get online and you expose yourself like this, and you make look how many videos this individual has made. 395 videos talking about this true force loneliness. And these individuals, they bash themselves. They literally bash themselves. You know why they do it? Because they want you to do the same thing. They want you to think the same way. They want you to emulate their behavior. They want you to develop these type of temperaments to keep you weak mentally and physically and ultimately spiritually. Let's continue.
Cover this topic right quick, man. I want to cover this topic of true force loneliness that me and other men out there suffer from. These are the people who suffer from true force loneliness. Myself, Oreo Man, Jamil the King, Steve Hoker, Brandon. Shout out to all these guys, true force loneliness. Now, Steve.
Yeah, Oreo Man. You go online, you'll see these individuals, man. They're all agents, all puppets, pushing this agenda on you, turning you into a straight beta male. This is all beta male programming. It's the same thing with the superheroes, the TV shows, the music. It's all the same thing. It's all beta male programming because they know that we're the strongholds. Let's continue.
Steve Hoker, he's got me to see the light because women only care about looks. They only care about look. And Brandon, shout out to Brandon, aka Oreo Man, and Jamil the King, because they were right about women going by looks. Especially Oreo Man. He said it himself, women go by looks.
And why do you think why women go by looks? Because they have been trained to do so. They have been programmed. Most of the people that walk around today are dealing with transhumanism, are dealing with a carnal state of mind. They've been placed there. They think that that's the normal thing to do because wickedness has been normalized once again. You know, these things are not really hard to figure out once you start to see the agendas that they push in the mainstream media. And these inverts are pushing it on you the most. These trained inverts that actually have heterosexual sex because they're breeders. This is why they still have their genitals. They push this off on you. They want you to become homosexuals. They want you to become beta males. They're doing this because they want to corrupt the design that the Most High intended. And they're going to constantly push this on you. These people don't even live like this. They want us to live like this. Keeping us in sin keeps the Most High away. It prolongs their rulership. Let's continue.
And they do. They do go by looks. It's true. They do. They go by looks. Women are gonna look at you by your appearance. It's true. And also, they love to pull that I have a boyfriend card. They love to pull that. True force loneliness is real, fam. This is not a joke. True force loneliness is real. I myself have been in true force loneliness. I have not had a girlfriend in 8 years, my G. 8 years. Still single. Still lonely. Still a loser. So I'm here to tell y'all real men out there, y'all real men and women out there who don't know about this, I'm going to tell you now. True force loneliness is real. It's real. It's not a joke.
It's real as far as what they have created. If people learn how to break the programming and break the spell, these type of things wouldn't exist. They wouldn't exist. What is the purpose of these individuals coming online and talking about these type of issues? To raise the awareness? Well, everybody already knows these things. We go through it day to day. We already know these things. What we should be focused on is how we change it, how we fix it. And how we do that is we stop taking the bait and stop following these demonic agendas that are being pushed upon us. Stop following celebrities. This is why I expose them, to break that spell. If I had a choice not to speak on celebrities, oh, trust me, I would. But people are under that spell of these celebrities, these icons, these false icons, this idolatry, these false gods that they place upon us. And what's so crazy is the higher up cabals don't even see these celebrities as gods, not by far. They're just pawns. Let's continue.
I understand these men, you know, Oreo Man, Jamil the King, Steve Hoker. I'm not going to talk about Kent TV because Kent, I don't watch his videos anymore. So anyway, I still support him, but I just don't watch his videos no more because he got a girl. So I don't want to deal with that. But anyway, yeah, True Force Lonely.
You see that? You see that how they promote envy and jealousy? We shouldn't be envious of somebody else's success and happiness. It's a waste of time and a waste of energy to worry about what somebody else is doing to that extent. If you really want to be worried about what somebody's doing, worry about their salvation. Try to lead them to the Most High. But, oh, you don't want to watch the videos no more because he has a girl now? That's despair. That's depression. I mean, y'all have to see this. For everybody that sees this video, man, for the people that out there that feel like they're black pillars and they're in this true force loneliness, please get yourself out of that state. Your true purpose is to follow these laws to make it to the kingdom. Especially when it comes to Israel, mainly when it comes to Israel. We have to follow these laws. We have to be the guidance, the true rulers of this world that have been swept under the rug. But meanwhile, they want you to worry about validation of other people and women. It's ridiculous. Be the alpha that you're supposed to be and quit allowing these individuals to put you in a beta state of mind. It's ridiculous. Let's continue.
This is real, folks. This ain't a joke. And Blaze One, aka Infinite, shout out to you, homie. I feel your pain, bro. You too, Oreo Man. I feel your pain too, dog. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all make this video, let y'all know that True Force Loneliness is not a joke. This is not a joke, people. This is real. True Force Loneliness is not a joke. It's straight up real. And to the people who make fun of this, it's not funny. It's not funny. What if it happened?
No, it is funny because it's an illusion, just like money. It's an illusion. We should be seeking validation from the Most High and the Most High only, man. That's where it's actually significant. Otherwise, you're just a man worshiper. You worship man. You need validation from man. Man didn't create you. Man didn't create this reality that we live in. They're just a part of it. But yet, you want to serve these other gods? You want to idolize other men or idolize women? You want to idolize humans that bleed just as you do? You see, this is all a game to get you to follow this satanic philosophy, man. They're trying to weaken you. Now, let's check this out for a second. This is the so-called Oreo Man that likes to bash himself on camera.
A little bit because I know they make the decisions on, how things are gonna, as far as the laws and how things are going.
Hold up.
Going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on with you?
Now, listen to how this individual wants to put you in this state of mind by pretending to relate to you. You know, you can't trust a lot of these individuals that make videos in they cars, man. I'll tell you something now. Watch these individuals that always talk with their hands, man. This is how you spot a Mason. These beta Masons is what they are. They're not even higher ups. They're just betas. Let's continue.
What's going on? I got a classic example that I'm going to give y'all. This is a classic example. This happened to me some years back. But this is a classic example. I'm about to give y'all a classic example of something. Here's a classic example on how people judge you in the world.
I don't understand how you gonna eat while you're making a video. That's ignorant. Let's continue.
I worked at this barber shop back in high school, and I was judged in a very negative way by one of the barbers in the barber shop. You know, this was my first little job, you know, that I got at 15, you know, helping out in the barber shop. And you know, one of the barbers had told me that I look like I get picked on. You know, and this right here is a classic example of how people build perceptions of you based on your appearance. When people first meet you, they don't know nothing about you. They don't know your personality. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know nothing about you. So the first thing people go on when they first meet you is your looks. That's the first thing people judge you by, what you look like. You know?
Oh, and I wonder why. Because they've been programmed to do so. You know, if we were raised up in a higher consciousness and actual true spirituality under the Most High, it would nowhere near be like this. We live in a wicked world. You see, they're never going to tell you the real, actual problem. They're not going to do that. They're going to just say, oh, this is how it is, and this is what we go through, because this is how people are. Well, how do you think how people got this way? Like, stop playing, man. The real men are waking up. We're not falling for this nonsense. Let's continue, man. Who do these guys think they fooling, man? That's why I'm here, man, to rise us up. Because this right here is petty and ridiculous, man. Let's go.
That's the first thing people going off of, your appearance. And I used to think that people judge you by your personality, your character, what you represent, what you stand for as a person. But people do judge you by your appearance. I mean, for a barber to say you look like...
See that? He's already threw up the 6 a few times, but look at this.
For a barber...
Puts his hand...
to say
See that?
Your appearance, I mean... For a barber...
Puts his hands in the pyramid. These are Masons that are pushing these agendas, man. They have been ordered to set out to carry out these deeds, man. And you think these are just average people? So this is why they shoot their videos in their cars, man. This is why I say don't trust individuals that make videos in their cars. Not saying every last person, because you got normal people out there that just emulate this kind of behavior. Oh, he's shooting a video in his car. I want to do the same thing. Well, the reason why these Masons do it, because they want to come off like average people when they know they are not. Let's continue. Look at the sign, man. I mean, every last one of these individuals, I showed you all of the Masonic symbolism, man. It's not a joke. Let's go.
To say you look like you get picked on, and he don't even know you personally.
He judged me clearly on my appearance. But people say looks don't matter to people, though. You know, you got people who make videos about incels and saying looks don't matter to people. You know, people clearly people make assumptions about you based on how you look. They don't.
You know, you have a incovert way and a covert way of throwing up that 6. He's doing it in a hidden way. See this?
Matter to people. You know, people clearly make assumptions.
See that? Let's go.
About you based on how you look. They don't even have to know you personally. They don't have to know shit about you. And they'll instantly have an impression of you. You know, one thing I had to understand in life is that your appearance is your first impression. It's your first and last impression, how you look. Because if people don't like how you look, they not gonna like you, and they ain't gonna want to be around you.
That's a lie. That is a lie. What kind of heterosexual man doesn't want to be friends with another man just because they don't like the way you look? Like, are you serious? I have never picked my friends based on how they look. Like, do you see the ridiculousness that we're seeing? Like, come on, man. You know, we understand that people judge off appearance and looks, but to this extent, let's continue.
You know, I mean, it's crazy out here, man. Like, this was a classic example right here of how people judge you based on how you look. You know, and I got another. I mean, I've been insulted so much in my life, it ain't even funny. But did it. Number 2 reason why I never asked a lot of women out, because I don't feel that I'm worthy of a woman. You know, because I don't feel that I'm worthy of a woman.
See how he bashes himself? Because he wants you to emulate this behavior. He wants to put you in despair.
You know, I don't feel that the man that I am is good enough to have a woman. You know, when it comes to women, I just never felt worthy. I just never felt that I really was good enough to have a woman. I had a woman give me her number recently. We talked for a little bit. I haven't heard from her since Sunday. And I called her tonight, and it went to voicemail. I called 2 other females, and it went to voicemail. I realized that some guys have it and some guys don't. I have never been a ladies' man.
You see, this is back to the worship of women, idolizing women. They want you to worship the ground that women walk on. That keeps a grown man, in a vulnerable state. You see why this is a satanic philosophy? Why they're programming you to think this way and to be like this? We're not supposed to be worshiping any type of human being, for one. And we're definitely not supposed to be worshiping women. Looking at women like they're the prize. Us as a bond, as a unit, that's the prize. That's the prize. But the Most High created for the men to be over the women, to be the leaders, the guidance. But they want you to be in reverse. They put everything in reverse, man. Let's go.
I have never been a guy that many women are attracted to. I'm just not what many women find attractive. I'm just not a guy like that. And this is a real painful reality to live, being a guy that not many women are attracted to. I think a lot of men are scared to approach women, but a lot of men won't admit it.
Scared to approach women. You see that? More vulnerability. Trying to make you weak. Let's continue.
But I'm here to be honest and sincere with you guys. You know, deep down in my heart and soul, I feel that I'm worthless. I feel that I'm not good enough to have a woman. You know, I wish I was a man like Chris Brown or Trey Songz.
Chris Brown and Trey Songz are FTMs. Now, y'all see how this androgynous agenda has an effect on people. They want to be like something that they have no idea what is. He's basically saying that he wants to be like a woman. do you see the impact that this has? Do you see why I expose these things and why I tell you what they truly are and what they really do to humanity? I'm showing you what these luciferians are doing to us, man. You see that? He feels like he's worthless. See, he's pushing this despair on you because he wants to make you feel like this. He's pushing off this negative energy on you. Now, of course, you know, negative energy is something that we need because we need positive and negative. One can't go without the other. But when someone's pushing pure negative energy on you and not showing you the balance, not showing you both sides, that's when you know it's satanic. Let's continue.
I feel that if I was a man like Chris Brown or Trey Songz or Boris Cujo, my life would be totally different. And I would have plenty of women that's interested in me. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to Mr. Lucario.
Look, he's putting you in a simp state of mind, trying to get you to simp like the Simpsons. Simp, trying to get you to simp all over the place by constantly having your focus on women instead of having your focus on the Most High God, instead of having your focus on Yah, on the true purpose, on why we was put on this God green earth. But nah, he wants you to have all the focus on Eve. All the focus on Eve. This is woman worship is what this is. This is what they want you to do because they know what sex does to the mind. They know that when you have sex and when you release, it's pure dopamine. So this is psychology. They know that they can put us in that state just by using sex as a weapon alone. Come on, man.
Mr. Lucario, you're a blessed man. I wish I could be a man like you, Mr. Lucario. But, you know, women are just not attracted to me in that way. You know, I'm just not a guy who has sex appeal. I'm just not what females want. I never have been, and I never will be. I really see that the way you look does matter to women. I mean, when a woman first see you, your face is the first thing they look at. So it is about your look, and that's the obvious. It's your face.
This is an actor that you're looking at. This is an actor. A straight actor. Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the meat.
That's how that came.
This person is O'Shea Vlogcast. And I'm going to show you that these dating coaches and these MGTOW individuals, these red pill and black pill and blue pill, whatever pill, white, purple pill, it doesn't matter. They're all luciferians pushing this agenda on you, man. Creating this false illusion called gender wars. Let's go.
And niggas will simp, pay money, do all this shit like that, man. But as far as the aircraft carrier goes, it's probably 40% women, 60% men. So
let's come to the red pill when they have a little incident with simping and stuff like that. But man, since you took the red pill and you've been on fire. I mean, I'm on YouTube, man, your small channel, but you got a lot of people that fuck with you, man. You're helping a lot of people, you're saving a lot.
You know, they choose certain individuals on purpose, man, so they can fit the standard. I mean, this individual right here looks like a Gerber baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Cabbage Patch Kid looking ass boy. I mean, you can't be serious, man. They know exactly what they're doing, man. They know how to create these social standards, man. I mean, you know, you choose this Jamaican rat looking ass dude. Like, come on, man, be for real. Let's go.
People, and I know you made a video recently called "The United Simps of America."
yeah, y'all check that joint out, man. Y'all check that joint. It's not so much a rant. It's me checking in with guys and letting them know, are you tired of simping? Why are you worshiping women? You know what I'm saying? You chasing the pandering to women and doing anything for pussy. You humiliating yourself. You degrading yourself as a man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Why are you doing it? You know? So that's what that United Simps of America. Y'all check that joint out, man.
We were talking a little bit earlier before we came on.
You see how he keep putting his hands in the pyramid? Let's go back. Watch.
You don't have to do that. Why are you doing it? You know? So that's what that United Simps of America. Y'all check that joint out, man.
We were talking a little bit earlier before we
see that.
Simps of America. Y'all check that joint out, man.
We were talking a little bit earlier before we
put his hands in the pyramid. See, you got to watch these individuals, man, that like to talk with their hands, man. This is what these Masons are trained to do. What they're trained to do. Let's continue. And you're going to see more. Let's go.
Came on the channel. I actually gave you a call. And you're talking about, I mean, I know that your channel is not directly at, you know, a particular race of people. And you don't talk about, you know, black women at all. Which is a really good thing. I mean, because you're trying to reach a broader audience and you don't really try to be on any kind of race thing or something like that. But you do realize that as a black man,
see that?
On any kind of race thing or something like that. But you do realize
constantly putting his hands in the pyramid. And these are supposed to be your fellow date coaches and black pillars and people that can relate to you. No, these individuals are pushing agendas on you. Look at that. And later out the video, he's going to throw up the 6. The other individuals are going to be throwing up the signs as well, man. Let's continue.
As a black man, that you were raised to be a simp by maybe... Now, let's talk about that.
And he's constantly putting his hands in the pyramid. This is what they do. They cast spells when they talk. They conjure up demons when they talk, man. Let's go.
How you grew up and what you were taught to do towards women.
Okay. I grew up, born and raised in Chicago. I grew up with both parents in the household, believe it or not. But, you know, both parents were good parents, married, you know. But, yeah, I didn't grow up with a single mother, but I grew up looking and realizing that, you know, my mom was pretty much treating my dad not, I wouldn't say like not like dirt, but not good at all. You know, she was pretty much using him, you know what I'm saying? And my dad was working his ass off, busting his ass. So, and that's how pretty much really seen, how as far as simping, how that came about. I wasn't raised by single parents, you know, single mom and nothing like that, but
I seen simping, and you know, my dad was pretty much working like the workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that pretty much came about. As far as me witnessing simping, you know what I'm saying? My mom would, you know, call my dad names, this, and that. And my dad would just continue to go to work, you know, and it was a sad thing.
Let's talk about this because I know on your live stream earlier you were talking about how you were overseas because you was in the military for some time, and
Yes, sir.
and
Shout
so what was it like? I mean, was you in the military? Did you have some simping experiences with the 4 women also, and how did that work out?
Oh, bro, this simping shit. Let me tell you. Shout out to all my MGTOW brothers out there, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the MGTOW brothers, all the luciferians that's pushing this false agenda, and everything he's talking about is just scripted. That's all it is. They're just going by the script. Let's go.
Let me tell you guys about my little history being overseas. I was in the United States Navy. Shout out to all the veterans out there that's
Lies. You was never in the Navy. Lies. Let's go.
serving. The simping started. The simping started long in middle school, from what I can remember. You know, me chasing out the women and get rejected and continue to chase and shit like that. But where it really started as far as a relationship.
See that? Putting his hands in the pyramid. You seen it from both sides. Now, is that a coincidence? You probably got individuals out there be thinking like, oh, you just nitpicking. Look, no one talks with their hands like this to this degree. Nobody talks with their hands like this, man. Nobody keeps putting their hands in certain positions and certain gestures like this, man. Normal people don't do this, man. This is a trained state of mind, what you're seeing right here. Let's go.
It's me being overseas. I got with this. I was in the Navy, stationed in Japan. Got with this Japanese woman, and she was a 10. She was like a Japanese chick in a black chick's body. She had ass, titties, and all that, you know. And me being my first girlfriend, I'm sitting there like, yo, I got a dime. She was a dime, and I'm sitting there, you know, sending her money when I'm out to sea, buying her shoes, clothes, laptops, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And all the while, I'm thinking I got a loyal girlfriend when I'm out to sea and everything. So I pull back in the port, back into my base, and I hear, oh, so-and-so was fucking around and this, and that. And I'm sitting here like, you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be my chick. I'm sending her money. I'm doing this, and that. I'm, you know, whining and dining this shit pretty much. And so that's how the sipping really started. And I pretty much let her go. And
let's get right here, because we don't want to hear these fake stories that these individuals constantly are talking about. And as you can see, these individuals keep putting his hands in a pyramid constantly.
Some simp revivals. Man, I've done some crazy shit. So once again, thank you, Oxy.
They act like they're against simping, but they're trying to promote it to you. They're trying to promote it to you, man, subliminally. This is why they keep insinuating these things, man. They don't want to put you in an alpha state. They want you in a beta state. Let's continue.
The thought series in here. Shout out to him. Let me ask you this, Darius, because you think like a lot of men are having a hard time being alone. Now,
see that? His hand still in the pyramid. See that?
Let me ask you this, Darius, because you think like a lot of men are having a hard time being alone. Now, tell me about that with you, because you know obviously you're used to having women around all the time. Was it hard at first?
Oh man, it was hard. It was.
And y'all think that just the celebrities be throwing up these hand symbols? Not by far. Not by far.
You know, I'm getting good knowledge every day, so I don't mind being alone.
Let me shout out.
Boom. 666. Do you see this Gerber baby throwing up this 666 in your face? These are your black pillars. These are your dating coaches. These are your red pillars and your MGTOWers. Why do you think why they get so many views, and why do you think why so many people are subscribed to them? Because they're Masons, Luciferians. Okay? This boy look like Amy from Congo. I know y'all remember the gorilla from Congo, man. This boy look like Amy. Amy, good gorilla looking ass boy. I'm telling you right now, man. I gotta add a little humor to this because this is funny. This is hilarious. Look, these are your so-called black pillars, right? You see, y'all think that it's only these celebrities and these higher ups. Nah. These people that they're placing in front of you and is creating all of this content. Why do you think why they make so much content? Because this is literally their jobs, man. And they're not getting paid. Don't get it mistaken. Please, don't get it twisted. This Gerber baby is not getting paid. These individuals are not getting paid, man. They're trying to control the world with their lies and their deception. Now, to everybody that got into the live, I want to thank y'all. Much love. Oh, yeah, I got a few shout-outs that I want to give before I end this video. And just take your time and dwell on this right here. Just, just look at this. Look. You can't, look, you can't make this up. I couldn't make this up even if I tried. You know, once you pay attention, you can't unpay attention. It's always there. It's always there. I want to thank everybody for getting into the live, man. Thank you for sticking around. I know my lives are long-winded, but these things have to be expounded on. I have to elaborate in detail. Let's get to these shout-outs real quick. I just want to shout out one individual that's been supporting my channel for a minute, and I want to show him love. A lot of different comments that this person leaves, a lot of different insight that he brings as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different insight that he brings, and it's much appreciated. Let's get to it real quick. I want to get to his channel so people can see his channel. Let's see here. Let's see real quick. Give me a second, y'all, because I promised this person that I would shout them out, and that's what I want to do. They blocked so many of my comments. It's ridiculous. Okay, this person right here. I want to give a big shout out to JQ Clay. Much love to you, man. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for supporting this truth movement that we're in. I appreciate it. I love all your comments. Keep them coming. Keep your insight coming. And, you know, if you want to reach out to me, let me know. And we all need to work together on this because we are clearly being programmed by these Masons, man. Clearly. So, yeah. JQ Clay, much love to you. Big shout out. And I'm going to end it off with this, man. Much love to y'all for tuning in. I'm out.